Well, I think we're live. All of a sudden, Buster decides to hide, so maybe Earl will appear. Here we go. Oh, Buster's back. Buster's back. Were you dancing earlier? Did we have a dance party? Hmm? We're gonna turn your sink on in a little while, okay? Oh, I gotta do the. Hang on just a second. Let me. Open. Customization. There we go. I got the fix the setting so that subscriber only mode. Hi, Bus. That seems to really help a lot. So let me show you guys. I don't know if you noticed yesterday in some of the videos, but I switched some stuff around. Okay, Earl. Earl thinks it's boring, or he needs a nap. I'm getting a cover for the outlet that's behind this white cabinet. And when I have that installed, I'm going to move that white cabinet over because he's still pulling these drawers out. Which, it's okay because he can't get Percy out that way. However, it makes this huge mess. Yeah, real funny, Earl. So that's how I want to take care of that. And he's about got this cabinet destroyed. I'm looking every day for a nice used metal cabinet. I would prefer the metal anyway because I can clean it better, get the powder off of it. But that'll come in due time. Yard sales or something. But I used to have Percy over here anyway, and he does really like sitting in the sun. So, you guys know how I am. I switch stuff around all the time, but I'm always trying to improve things. But Buster seems to like it. Percy seems really happy in the sun. But the reason I mentioned it is the sun is shining in. So it might distract. I don't know how it's showing up on camera. So if it's a problem, let me know. I can close the curtain for a little bit. I'm actually thinking about sometimes when like Percy is in the room or something with me, putting Earl in there when the sun is shining like that. Although Earl gets a good deal of time in the aviary because he demands it. Don't you, sir? Do you demand your outdoor time? So, anyway. Oh, you guys can't see Buster Beacon, I don't think. Oh, Earl's taking another nap. Poor old man. And hello, everybody. I'm not sure how to say your name, but I know the last one name is Boggins. But is it okay if I just call you BB? BB sent me a really detailed message, like going over basically Buster's career and Earl and Percy, and it's really cute. And I'm going to share it on a post. If it's too long, I'm going to take 2 screenshots and share it. Because I know that I think there's a limit to how many letters you can have even in a post. So anyway, it's great. It's well written. So anyway, thank you for that, BB. That was amazing. I loved it. I had to like go back and forth throughout the day to get all of it read, but it's absolutely fantastic. It should be published. But anybody I've met, hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Yes, more of a conspiracy theory. Yeah, Buster loved that. I see Buster as a conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat kind of guy. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. Up he goes. This is working out a lot better though. And it seems to, biggest reason I want to get the cabinet moved over is, you know, Buster loves to tell stories out of that window. So, and Dad trimmed the hedges a little bit so he could see better. He's probably about to poop. What do you see, buddy? Yep. Ugh. I wasn't thinking yesterday, and I put his sink over here by Percy's cage, and he pooped right into the sink, and I had just cleaned it because it had sat all weekend, so it was like dusty, powdery, and I scrubbed it down with like a scrub brush, and yeah, and then he pooped all over it. You can make it. There you go. Don't knock that water bottle or water down, buddy. Oh, he picked a mandarin orange. Earl. Earl's snoring again. Earl, you got a word of the day? I'm having trouble with my tripod getting it to. Earl, can you say hi to everyone? Percy had a good time out this morning. He was on top of this cage here, and he, like Buster, leaned over and pooped on the floor. I saw that. Yeah, I do follow Furby. It is the hormone season. I really appreciate that she shows, like, I try to show those types of things too. I think Amanda and I just had a conversation a couple weeks ago with a little thing I had going on, and I really do try to be realistic that if you own a big bird, I mean, even little birds are going to bite you, but big birds are going to bite. Furby's very bonded, I think, to I think her name is Robin, and you know, it happens. It's going to happen. Sometimes it's even an accident. Buster was about to fall one time and nipped my daughter's ear to catch his balance and cut her ear really bad. Oh no, Ellen. It's going around a lot. Oh, you should have heard him this morning. I wish I would have had a camera. He was doing the mama, mama, mama thing like crazy. I'm praying you feel better, Ellen. Somebody asked how Earl's doing with his meds. We're getting them in him. He doesn't like it, but I do think it's helping. The one thing, you know, I'll let him finish and then I'll tell you. Yeah. Albert. That was a great story. I liked it. I heard Park, Action Park, and Albert several times. Good story. Anyway, Earl, he doesn't like being wrapped up in the towel, but it's the only way he can take his meds, so that's what we're doing. Thankfully, he takes one medicine in the morning, 2 medicines at night. And I do think it's helping. It is, arthritis is a chronic condition. I know many of you know that. Especially where, his feet were already damaged, and his one part of his leg. And, he has an issue where his feather was damaged at some point in his life, which I think that happened from the person I got him from. I always said, when I would look at that wing, I used to tell my husband all the time, I think their dogs got him one time. And Earl is sassy with dogs, but that's probably why. Oh, goodness. Sorry, you know how the cars are on my road. But, he also had at some point, he's had a respiratory issue. He looked like down in his nares. So we did an antibiotic for that. But again, we're going to keep him comfortable. So it's going well. Thank you for asking. Have I missed anything else? Hi, Lucia. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? So Edward, I think. Mm-hmm. And then what? It's funny because oftentimes, birds in general don't like change. And he was a little different yesterday, but to me, he seems to like it when I switch stuff up. So I think it's a good thing. And I noticed that Percy is going around in his cage, more and more. And again, like I said, he likes to sit in the sunshine. So I'm going to keep it this way, I think. Hi, Buster. I see your clicky beak. Hey, Earl. You want to tell everybody you've been humming songs and stuff like that? It's been super cute. You got a word of the day? No? Okay. What are you doing? Oh, are you and Percy talking? Are you going to teach Percy how to rant? Huh? Are you trying to teach Percy how to rant? What are you doing, Buster? What are you doing? You can't break him out of there. Oh, Percy's looking for his drop millet. Come on, Bus. Come on. Come up here, buddy. Come on. Percy, you have millet in your bowl. You don't have to look for the drop stuff. Buster, do you want to play in your sink? You want to play in your sink? Buster, come here. Come on. It always makes me nervous. Did you guys see Buster crying yesterday? Oh, okay. Earl's bored again. Or he needs a nap, not sure. Come on, Bus, look. Come on. Come here. Here, look. Here's your cup. Come on. Buster, come on, buddy. Get up on top of the cage, please. Buster. Now he can safely play with those. Dad took care of that. All right, I'm going to try to sit down and see if there's any comments to answer. Oh, hey, Helene. What do you see outside, Buster? What's out there? What do you see? Are you just trying to get some sunshine too? Okay. I think what I'm going to do is hook up this other little tripod I often put on the end of Earl's stand. And maybe do maybe video on this one as well that I could kind of show like after the live or whatever. Do you hear that motorcycle? Okay, I'm gonna sit down that way. Usually when I sit down, he'll start talking again. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Amanda, I'm not sure. Did you do another? Because it said your message was retracted about the noise and everything that I normally pin. Oh, I use, we have a lot of air purifiers. Oh, thank you. And we do use a fan in their room at night in the summer. And in the winter, sometimes we have to use a heater. It doesn't get real cold here, so we don't have to do that a lot, but sometimes. And then we also have a fan noise that we play when it's not, like when it's in between and they don't need a fan or a heater. But we have lots of air purifiers throughout the house. I have one in my room. I have one right here. Buster, please stop chewing the trim. Come on. Let's find you something to play with, buddy. Let's find you something to chew. Here. Come on. Here. Oh, I didn't mean for that to go that far. I just don't really want to be on camera today. Here. Let's see. No, come on here. Look. Here, come on. Here, come chew up that stuff so we don't chew up the trim. Although, before we ever decide to sell this house, it's gonna have to be redone back here. That's pretty much why we try to come back here most of the time now, because this is pretty much the only part of the house that hasn't been renovated. We would like to do like a little paint refresh next spring, not back here, but I would have to board Earl and Percy, and it would have to be with weather that was good enough for Buster to be outside all day. So it's tricky, tricky, tricky. Right. Oh, Lord, I know. Yeah, I know, we did that. It was funny. I normally, really don't put myself out there like that, but had it just been me screaming, I probably wouldn't have done it. But then when he copied me, do you guys see him looking? Hi, Percy, we hear you. When he copied me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play the whole thing. Oh. Yep, haven't been back in my garden since. I'm done gardening. I actually bought a... Oh, is Kay here? I haven't seen her. Amanda, am I missing anything? Are there questions I need to answer? And hello, everybody, if I've missed anyone. Yes. I don't use the ceiling fan when Percy is out loose, like in the kitchen or my room. The ceiling fans are off. Earl cannot fly because of his, I don't know what you call it. Earl has what they call a droopy wing. At some point in his life, somebody injured his wing. And his feet are also clubbed, and he had a broken foot at some point in his life prior to coming here. He could not fly up at all. He just dives down. That's all he can do. Buster is unable to fly because, one, he cannot fly right. Two, if he can get just even a little bit of a lift, he gets so frustrated about it that he tries to attack my face. So the decision was made with our veterinarian and us that if he was going to stay here, he had to be clipped. So Buster is clipped. And I have no shame in that. That's a personal decision. I made this decision with our veterinarian and our vet techs, and I stand behind my decision on that. And so does my face. But ceiling fans are very dangerous with flying birds. So you really shouldn't use them. Is that good enough? Hi, Lisa. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think special needs or disabled. I don't know quite what word to use. It's difficult too when new people come around. I have to explain, even like when I took him to the new vet, I have to explain like I got him this way. This did not happen in our home. This happened somewhere else. Right, Earl? Yeah. Earl's kind of peeking around there. I know there's not really a whole lot going on. Buster's being kind of nesty, but sometimes around noon I'll turn the water on and he'll be, oh, absolutely. But some of these things should not have happened to Earl, I think, but I don't know. I don't have, let's put it on Earl for a bit. I don't have anything against, my biggest thing is if you're not able to, if you have a bird and you're not able to take care of it, make sure you give it up in time. Don't wait all that time that was waited. So anyway. Thanks, Lisa. Amanda, is there any other? Okay. Well, I don't have my. Let me see. I don't have my. Oh, okay. Brand names without toxins or plasma. For what, what specifically are you wanting to clean? I make my own homemade vinegar I use vinegar with, I put orange peels in one, I have one with lemon peels. You can get creative, you can even do apple, whatever you want. I soak it, and that's what I use to clean the bird's room, mostly. Oh, you want an air purifier? Rabbit is the best. They're expensive, but it is the best, in my opinion. But also, let me see what this one is called up here. Levoit, Levoit. I know Lowe's has them. I also have some of those. And I have some that, honestly, I got from TikTok Shop as a collab. I recommend them everywhere. All over. I like the stuff you come up with, Mermaid. I'm not sure why Buster copied me with the snake. Hang on, sorry. But it was funny. Hey Earl, come here. Earl's had his meds, so I think that's part of his quiet. So, yeah. Citrus is a great cleaner. It really is. Okay. I love the Sumo tangerines, and I have one of those. But citrus is so great to clean with. Excuse me. I like it. Oh, no problem. That's what. And if I don't know, I always try to direct you to somebody that does know, because I certainly don't know everything. And I like sharing, what we do, things like that. I know some people have stuff against Dawn, but I use Dawn on certain things. I don't necessarily believe a lot of what I'm hearing about Dawn. So I do wash their bowls and such with, actually I use a generic one, the Sam's Club version, but that's, and I do wash their bowls in the dishwasher. So those get a really good sanitation, things like that. Well, I think I kind of scared him a little bit too. So I had set up the camera because a lot of times when I'm working in the garden and him and Earl are both outside with me, they'll talk. Earl, Buster especially, he likes to talk to me when he's in the aviary. So that was really the whole reason I set it up. And then it just ended up being comic gold because of what happened. So. Are you getting it from the dollar quarter store? Because I'm telling you, the products from the dollar quarter... Oh, wait, it ain't even the dollar quarter store no more. Anyway, don't get me started. I actually... See, Earl's feeling better. I actually watched a video recently of a guy that has a channel, and he does a lot of Dollar Tree, Dollar General, like, comparisons and what works and what don't. And I apparently, like, the Dawn, all the products that go to Dollar Tree are distributed differently. So the Dollar Tree stuff is definitely watered down. And I have always felt that way. I buy bleach for my, laundry at Dollar General because they have a gallon for $1, so that's the cheapest place. But I'm telling you, it's watered down. But I don't mind because I watered down bleach anyway, because bleach just bothers me. I don't use a lot of it to begin with, but when I do, that's where I get mine from. So. There is a lot of things like that happens. Teflon is, that's another one. Was it you, Bird Love, that brought up Furby? His mama is always preaching about Teflon because I appreciate that so much. In my opinion, Teflon is the #1 thing that people get parrots and don't realize how toxic things are for them. And they use Teflon pans and then the birds die. Yeah, there is a lot. There's a lot of toxins out there. Hi. What are you doing? I don't know if they can see you, Buster. Let's see. Let me scoot it back here. Can you guys see the little dinosaur now? What are you talking about, Percy? my floor is very creaky. If you guys hear that, it's not what you think. IS, LS. I use like the Arm & Hammer or the cheap stuff. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a cheap powder I use for like all my cleaning rags and stuff. And I do an extra rinse on them as well. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of things to consider. You getting tired, Buster? We did get up a little bit early today, didn't we? Hi, Percy bird. Buster, were we dancing earlier? I try to pump the boys up. I play music that they like. So Buster's pretty much over his KP phase. I'm kind of glad. He sided with Orlando Bloom. Oh, thank you, Carol. Oh, I started to tell this what I got, why I was cleaning the garden anyway. I found one of those, I can't remember what they're called, but basically it's a barrel with holes in it, and you just grow things out of it. It's great to grow like kale, Swiss chard, spinach, and all of those things right now are where fall is coming. We can do like a fall garden, because kale and those, they're colder weather plants. So I found this like $100 system. I found it for $20 on Marketplace. And I need to get the garden cleaned out. We have some other plans too with the making a little washing area. You guys know I like to wash outside. And then have access to my clothesline. So we have some little things we're going to do with that. I don't know when, but at some point. But we're going to put gravel around the clothesline. That way I don't have to worry so much like about a snake or whatever. So, right, Buster? Yeah. But then I can grow in that little system. And I also have a raised bed that TikTok Shop had sent me. I tried to grow tomatoes in there, but my tomatoes didn't do very well this year. So I finally gave up and pulled them up. My basil did great, and my chives. That's it. Even my lemon balm died off. Well, now that the porch is screened, I don't think it would get enough sun. But I do give my birds herbs. Like, I like to give Earl lemon balm in his food. That's actually how I got Earl, because it was a while before we could get in the vet to get his beak trimmed. And also his beak had to be trimmed slowly because it was in such bad condition. And I used lemon balm to treat him for his pain. Of course, his arthritis has just gotten too advanced to be able to keep doing that. But I love chamomile. Chamomile is so good for birds. But that would be fun. We are going to do raised beds at some point. Oh yeah, Earl loves R&B. Boogie Wonderland is like his favorite song. Right, Earl? And, Because I Got High, he likes that one. And he likes Just a Friend by Biz Markie. But, yeah, like I said, Earl just he needs a little extra help with pharmaceuticals. I have tried CBD, bird CBD. Excuse my belly growling. But it just, to me, it didn't do anything for him. He does love that song. He actually will kind of do the da 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 like that with it. Carol, after, which it's gonna, again, this long-term things, after we get these 2 trees cut down out back that was actually supposed to come down the day before Helene, and they canceled on us, and now they won't get back with us, and the prices to have trees cut down here were already high. Now they've tripled since the hurricane. I had a friend that just had like some land cleared, and it was like $25,000. So the trees that we would have paid $2,500 to get down would now be about $7,500. So it's going to be a long bid on that. But when those go down, we're going to put raised beds there. I don't know. I mean, Buster likes Ken to feed them, so they eat together every night. Well, my birds get a lot of sun where we go outside a lot, and that's good. But I mean, you know, I don't know if you've heard about Earl, but you know, he did start plucking all of a sudden, and I took him to the vet, and it's because of his pain. I've never seen him pluck, so he must be doing it at night. But he has feathers missing, so he was plucking. And we've got him on some medication now, and he already had a little bit of new growth and things like that. So the vet was very, very pleased with his progress in just a couple weeks that he was on the meds. But what has been the best for using? Okay, let me just make sure I'm reading this rightly. What paper towel brand do I use? Is that what you're asking? So I use Scott paper towels in the house, and some for the cleaning. I also, back when Temu first came around and was really cheap, I bought these, they call them stainless steel cleaners, but they're really not stainless steel, but they do have like a metallic whatever. I use those, and I also have certain rags that I use for bird cleaning, certain rags I use for table cleaning. Like, I have a rag system. Well, I don't have any paper towels, but I do have an outdoor washing machine. I love my outdoor washing machine. Oh, I can't look at, let me see if I'm signed into my Walmart and I can look. I can tell you which one I don't recommend is, I can't remember the name of the company. Let me see. Hang on. I got mine off Walmart this time, and that's where I'll always get mine, because they offer an insurance that you pay. I think I pay $20 to $30 for it, and after the first year, because the manufacturer gives you a year warranty, and after a year, the State Farm insurance kicks in. I have never had a mini washer machine last longer than 15 months. And I have had zero trouble getting all that money back and being able to purchase a new one. And so instead of like being out, you know, the $130 or whatever, I'm only out about $30, and I have to add that, which they go up every year too. That's another thing. But I get the 26 pounder because I do a lot of laundry outside. I wash my rugs and everything out there because it helps keep the sand out of my regular washing machine. We have a lot of sand. And also, even when they break, I had one, the drum busted. The motor was fine, but the drum busted. And I donated that to somebody, and they were going to try to like epoxy it back or something like that. So I always try to donate those things too in case somebody can fix it. I put the birds to bed at 6. But Lee, let me tell you something really quick, please, about the 26-pound washer. Some of the 21 pounds have this too. They have a drain pump. So the ones smaller than that are gravity fed, so you don't have to worry about being there. So what I do, because I have accidentally, a couple washers ago, I kept draining it, and I would walk off and then forget, and then the pump ran for hours. So what I do now is I unplug the machine and I drain it. That way I can walk off and continue cleaning and not have to just stand there and wait. So that's what I do with that. Just a suggestion. No, I want a wringer washer. That's my dream. They don't make them anymore. There are still a few in existence that still work, but that's my dream. I've been considering writing Whirlpool, goodness, that's a mouthful, and asking them to start making them again. They would say they're not efficient, but they're the best. What are you doing, boss? Let's see if we can get everybody in frame. My stomach keeps growling. Hey, Dennis. Good morning. Have I missed any other? Oh, thank you, Stardust. I just saw your comment. Thank you. Yes, I do like Brillo pads. That's about as far up as I can go, so I'm sorry. If I missed anything, usually Amanda will text me. Percy bird. Earl. My goodness, my stomach is just growling like crazy. Earl. Yeah, I've seen a few. Well, the closest one I've seen to me is like a couple hours away. There was one in my hometown that a lady had for sale. They didn't know if it worked or not. But that was when we were talking about moving, and we moved 500 miles away, so we didn't really want to have one, but I do look for them all the time. Um, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've seen a few, none close. There was one a couple hours away, and they said it worked, but they didn't have a real good review on Marketplace, and I didn't want to drive like 2 to 3 hours away and then it not work, and I certainly didn't want to pay $200 for it. But I mean, if I could find a decently priced one, as long as the drum was good, I think Ken could repair it. They do. I really, I would love to have one. I share stuff all the time about bring back the ringer washer. I'm really big on that. I have like happy memories of my two neighbor ladies that I truly admired. One's gone on, one's still with us, but they use their ringer washer every day. I think theirs lasted way up into the 80s, and maybe my one neighbor probably the 90s, before she got indoor plumbing and got a real washing machine. Actually, a ringer washer there were some that had the double tubs. Like my little mini washing machine, that's what it has. And Sears and Roebuck made one of those where it was a portable one. It was metal. You washed on one side, you rinsed on the other and spun. But the ringer washers I grew up with, they had a tub, and then on the top it had these rollers that looked like paint rollers, and you put your clothes through it, and it wrung them out, and that was like your spinner. That replaced your spinner. They're awesome. Yeah, I couldn't. I thought it was late 80s or 90 that they quit making them. But yeah, it's a shame. It really is a shame. LEH something. They make a stainless steel dual one, like what Carol was talking about. It has, I believe, it has 2 tubs to it. It's like $1,500. It's ridiculous. I mean, okay, cool. I love the different types of terms. Let me find this ringer washer. It's $1,300. I'm sorry. And it's a hand washer. It's not electric, so you have to pump it with your hands. I can't do that anymore because I would need electric because of my hands. I know, I do too. It's so birds need 12 hours of sleep. I had this question earlier. Was that with you or? Birds need 12 hours of dark and rest and quiet. And if they don't get it, they'll act like fools. And they get very hormonal. There's a hormone season, but also if they're sleeping not enough or sleeping too much, it can throw them into a hormone cycle. So their sleep is one of the most important. If somebody is having trouble with a parrot, one of the first things I always ask is, are they getting enough sleep? What are their sleeping conditions? What are, they have to get good sleep. Second would be diet. But that's the first thing I ask. Hi, Ruth.
Hi.
Earl told you hi, Grandma Ruth. Oh yeah, they'll get you. You got to be careful with those rollers. I know my one neighbor, I think she used to turn it off and kind of feed it through and then turn it on. Yeah. Sorry again, my belly is just growling, growling, growling.
What are you doing, bub?
What are you doing, bub? Yeah, yeah. Those things were heavy too. Very, very heavy. Ringer washers. They rolled around very easily. But oh, you guys, look. Somebody's invisible. I don't know if you guys can see him. My tripod won't go down far enough. Hang on. Where's Buster? Oh no. Buster, are you invisible? Buster, wake up. Come back. Invisible man. You've been watching too much SpongeBob, dude. Hi, Percy bird. You want... Okay, here. Let's put it... Oh, where are you going, Buster? Here, Percy. We'll put it on you. There you go. Percy the bird is so special. Come on, Percy. It's Percy's time to shine. Earl, Earl, Earl. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Don't bother the tripod. Sorry, I'm trying to watch Buster. He's being pretty good, but he is like right by my tripod right now. That's why I'm keeping an eye on him. Oh. Yeah, I could see where that would be dangerous on the top part. You did have to be careful. But I think they did a much better job. Just the washing machine in general. I don't even mind if they have a spinner on the other side. That's completely okay. But a ringer washer did a great job washing clothes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sorry. A lot of times in the lives, here, let's go to Earl for a minute. Come here, Earl. You want to come and say hi to everybody? Earl, you're normally the star of the live show. Come on. He did get his medicine right before. I was a little late giving him his morning dose. And it does seem to kind of relax him a little bit. But, if that means he talks a little bit less during the lives or whatever, that's okay. I just don't want... I want him to be comfortable. I think he is more comfortable on the pool noodle. I notice he's got his one foot up, and it's not his bad foot. A lot of times before the meds, he was holding up his bad foot, and I think it was because it was hurting. It is. That's exactly what it is. Um, yeah. Yeah, he seems more comfortable. I don't know what to do with this cage. We wrap his one perch with like that medical tape or horse tape. Um, but I notice he wants to go down on the flat surface, which to me I would think the flat surface would hurt more, but I don't know. Yep. Yeah. Well, and I know we have to conserve water, like I'm definitely all about that, but the new washers don't really use very much water at all. So, but I think the thing with the ringer washer was, yeah, you used a full tub of water, but you washed a lot of clothes. So, and so most people now, what they do with the new washing machines, they do a pre-wash, and you can do on my new washer. Um, I can do up to 3 extra rinses. So really, to me, if you just gave it one good wash and rinse, you wouldn't have to do all that, and you probably would be saving water. So I don't always think that they spin it as efficient, but then they give you options for it not to be, where a regular washing machine would probably just suffice. So yeah, I do like the quick load option, because like there's just certain little things that I'm washing to freshen up, and I just do a quick wash. Got so quiet all of a sudden, guys. What are you doing, Buster? Buster hip hop around and stuff this morning, and I was running around trying to get him hyped up, singing and dancing. So he must be tired. See, I personally like the agitator too. I have to do a front loader, but I actually don't really like a front loader. But I need a really big washer machine, and I got a stackable because I don't have a real laundry room. Well, I do, but it would used to be a hallway closet. So this area right here where you guys see used to be a garage, and then they made it, before we bought it, they made it into a living area. Um, and the homes around here, many in the South, put their washer and dryer in the garage. So when they took the garage away, they had to take a hallway closet and make a washroom. So I have a very tiny washing area, so we have a stackable for that. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Oh, thank you, BB. Yep, Earl's just chilling. But I'd say that makes all of us very happy to know that he's like feeling good, you know? I'm sure. Yep, Joyce. He's a special little guy, isn't he? He's a difficult little guy, but he's special. I love him. Buster, you just act so frozen. You're so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, I felt really bad when he first started, you know. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think he was plucking. I thought he was just losing feathers, which actually scared me more than plucking. Um, and so anyway, when I got him into, and I would not have waited as long as I did to get, I mean, it's not like I waited long time, but I would have gotten him in sooner, but I didn't really have reliable transportation again for a little bit, a while back. We're doing a little bit better on that end, even though I have an older van. It's so far it's been very reliable. So I was terrified of going somewhere in the car breaking down and it was extremely hot at the time, you know, like over 100 with I mean, he would have died in that kind of heat. So I had to wait a little bit longer than what I would have liked to have, to get him in. So, but it's all worked out, and I like the new vet, so it's a little bit closer for me. Um, oh, thank you, Lee. Well, he has to be doing it at night. There was a few times when it first started happening, I saw some little feathers on the papers in the morning, and I noticed it first was on his legs. Because actually, where he doesn't have feathers on his legs right now, you can really see how bad that break of his was. And the fact that that thing fused back together on its own is just unbelievable. But you know, I don't know when that break happened, but he's definitely got scar tissue from that on top of the arthritis. He is at least 40, could be older. Um, so, like I said, my big thing with Earl is keeping him comfortable. Um, I mean, I do worry because plucking can become very chronic. Um, we talked about a cone. If for some reason he relapses with plucking, we talked about a cone. But I think with the way Earl was so phobic anyway with certain things, I know I would go insane if somebody put a cone around my neck. So I don't know if I'm willing to do that to him because I think he would just be miserable. So yeah, yeah. Well, I always felt like when we got him, I was told something completely different because I asked, did this foot looks like it was broken? And I was told no, that it was because of he was on too small of perches. And that can kind of make sense for the other foot, but that foot is messed up. And it took me a while to get him in where I did. And I asked her when we had went to a new vet, I asked her, you know, I said, I don't want to do x-rays because I don't want to stress him out, but is there any way you can examine that and tell me if it was a break? I feel like it was a break. And she came back in and she's like, that was definitely a break, and it just happened to fuse back together on its own. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I know my doctor knows I have a parrot because the last time Buster bit me, I had to call to get, she called me in an antibiotic because he got me pretty far down. Um, so I, I, I have called about, like, hey, my bird bit me and I need, and this was, I don't think I had a regular car. I don't think I had, I think we were down to one car then. Anyway, our doctor's great, so she just called it in for me. Yeah, but the problem is with Earl is that I don't see him do it. He does preen. He's always been a hard preener. I know even people have mentioned that. Like, he just seems to preen harder than other birds do. But I think Cosmo plucked prior to her getting there. I always bring up Einstein. I love Cosmo too. Cosmo's awesome. But Einstein, I know, is in a wonderful home. He's well cared for. He's well fed. He's even adapted, I believe. The last I've seen, she has him eating a really good diet. That's one thing I have really struggled with Earl. And he came that way. But Einstein has been with them since he hatched, and he's wonderfully taken care of in every aspect, and he plucks. And my vet sat me down and told me that. He said, look, I have a family member that has one, and she plucks. And she's well cared, well loved for, well fed. It just happens sometimes. But he clearly says this is because he is in pain. So, yeah, he just goes on and on like that. I wish he would whistle. I do think he's happy over there, though. And I know a lot of people ask about Percy's timeout. He gets plenty of timeout. In the morning time, he gets individual timeout. He gets like 3 to 4 hours out then. And then there's other times throughout the day where I maneuver some things and he's out. So he doesn't get out like Earl and Percy. And honestly, he doesn't need to. But yeah. If it got to where I couldn't manage out or do that, I would do the right thing for him, So yeah. I get really upset. I tell people that a lot when they're like, oh, people just assume if a bird plucks that it's because somebody they're not treating them right or whatever, and that's not the case. And some birds pluck in the wild, I'm sure. And let's be honest, these birds really belong outside in nature, and we're just taking them in because people keep breeding them. So, there's that, but no, I don't judge. I know Einstein is what really made Einstein and Gotcha is what really made me want a gray and a 2. Yeah, I don't think that Earl I don't think that Earl was probably taken to a vet for his leg, but also it's very possible that there wasn't a vet around that time. I mean, if he's 40, that's like 80s. So, if he's even older, I mean, you couldn't hardly find the avian vets. So he may not have had, whoever had him then may not have had the opportunity to fix it. Yeah. That's true. That's right, Amanda. Yeah. Oh, Lee, I'm really sorry about that. Vivi, that's good that you know that. It's one of the reasons I try to keep it real on the channel. Because a lot of people just kind of watch the one of Buster doing the I don't know thing, which is hilarious, and then they go out and get one, and that's I think there's, Willie used to always say there's over 100,000 cockatoos in rescues. Buster, let's go over here and get your sink on. Come on, go on. Let's get your sink. Yeah, don't you come out. No. There. There we go. Come on. It's sink time, buddy. Yeah. Come on. Everybody wants you to bless it. Bless the floor, Buster. Bless the floor. Come on. Yeah, come on. It's time to bless it. Max, you're okay. I'm not going out yet. It's time to bless it, Buster. Come on. Really? There we go. I don't know why my stomach... I had like a partial Caesar salad. That's all I've had. Oh, thank you, Dennis. Yep. Percy bird. I think I looked that up, and I think the answer is yes. And there's no dumb questions. I think it's great that people like want to know about birds, and but yeah, I'm pretty sure there is overwhelming evidence that certain birds have an incredible sense of smell.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Oh, so parrots, it's different. Certainly the physical evidence shows they don't have a lot of receptors for scent. We are also told their taste buds are limited. I know that about the taste buds. Their eyes are their strongest. Yes, parrots do have a sense of smell, despite the fact that they have small, can't say that word, glands, and can smell things. Yes. So yes. But it's not their best, it's not, Percy, it's not their best feature. Yeah. Oh, Earl's over here eating. Oh, you found, I let him have one peanut today in the shell. And that's what he's grubbing on. Percy was dancing today too. I need to try and video that. He bops around. It's adorable. It was really cute. Percy bird. Oh. Come on, Buster. Buster, go drink your water. Here. Was that funny? You want water? You want some water? Ha. Want a bath? Does that feel good? Here, go get in your water, Buster. Go get in your water. There. You get in there. There you go. Get up there. You want a bath? No? Okay, okay. Okay, that's it. That's it. I was seeing if Earl wanted a bath. Here. Hello. How are you? Oh, where's your phone, Earl? Hang on, you guys. I'm gonna go get Earl's phone. And I think I have a package on my porch I want to grab. Buster, bless the ground. Come on, get in your water. Come on, Percy. Did you say stuff up, Earl? Earl, you trying to whistle? Come on, Percy. Hello. Earl, your phone is ringing.
Hello.
Oh, Earl, you're so funny. Oh. Yeah, it's under their feathers.
Get up. Hi. Hello.
All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, I love when he does that with the phone. Percy, here. Percy bird, look. Here, sing to your great stick. You're being stubborn? Well, that's nothing new. That's nothing new. Percy.
Earl.
Like I said, one thing since I've moved this cage, he like boogies around in that cage now. So it's worth it just for that. Oops, sorry about Bubba. And here comes Mr. Buster. Hey Earl, you want to say hello? Okay. He's about to poop again.
Earl.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
So, I did a Tuesday live this week. I'll let you guys know. Wings Out's tomorrow. I'll let you guys know my plans for next week at some point. We won't do Wings Out next week. We'll get back on our regular 2-week schedule. But since we had taken a week off, I kind of wanted to do one this week and then get back on the right 2-week schedule that we normally do. Right, Percy? I guess this is just a little too much for Earl, huh? He's gonna take a nap. Percy. But I also like, Thursday, September 11th, so I kind of just wanted to allow that to be, although I know probably the birds would be a happy thing and stuff, but kind of wanted to let that, Oh, good. Did you get good news? Um, I can ask my daughter, Dennis. Here, Bubba, let me through. Come here. If she can add some long sleeves. Mermaid, let me see if he'll do it again.
Hello?
There you go. Let's see. He does still say jerk. He doesn't say it as much, but he called me a jerk twice this morning when I was bebopping around cleaning. Yeah, I'll message my daughter later. I'm using the phone, so I can't.
Hi.
That's good, Pam. Did you get your puppies? He actually, when he does want to talk, he talks a lot. At times, sometimes it's kind of mumbly because I believe that he heard most conversations through doors or like through walls. So I think he can be a bit mumbly sometimes. Oh, he just took another nap. He also, even if it's something that wasn't said by us, he says things in our voice that we never say. So I'll give you a good example. I walked by him one day recently, and very plainly, in my daughter's voice, he said, "GD it, Mom," and identical to my one daughter's voice. And my daughter, that particular daughter, does not. That is not something she would say. Yeah. That's just not something she would do or say. So, he can mimic a voice with things that we haven't said. He can do Ken's voice really well too. He'll say stuff like that Ken says that I have to ask. Like he said hello and called one of the dogs one morning where I had to do a double take to make sure Ken, like, did he come home from work early? So, Percy, do you see birds? Do you see birds? But hey, guys, it's 12:30. I think I'm going to hop off of here. I hope everybody has a wonderful week and weekend. I hope anybody have great plans for the weekend. What's everybody doing? Oh, my goodness. Oh, hey, Kay. I'm glad you made it in at the end. Oh, my goodness. I know it's only Tuesday, but the weekend will be here before you know it. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good week and a good weekend. We'll hopefully see y'all tomorrow night on our channel. And be happy, be nice to people. Thanks for being here. Thanks for moderating, Amanda. I appreciate you. Pam, I'm so glad you're doing better. And I didn't see if you got the puppies, but maybe Amanda saw it and she can tell me. So you guys have a good day.